Good afternoon, Peter. Interesting numbers there from the housing price index. But let me just start off by asking you that, do you think the current interest rate cap will have an impact on the cost of credit moving forward, and also will it make it easy for the uptake of mortgages?
Thank you, Abby. I think to some extent, yes, but I don't think it will be significant. And the reason I say this is because interest rate is a return for the cost of money. And when a financial institution is giving out money, it wants to get a return on it. That's why it charges an interest rate. This income should be able to meet the cost of the operations and still have a margin for, to have the owner still keep in business. So I am not sure that this will be sustainable in the long run. But I look at it like we need to look at other options. We need to look at other options that we can help us to own houses.
And now that you're seeing banks trying to boost the number of people taking up loans, perhaps how is the situation for SACCOs now that interest rates are a bit down there, where the government was trying to ensure a majority of people can access credit?
For SACCOs, I would say we are not very much affected. The reason being, we have always been giving loans at low interest rates. Remember, SACCOs is a members club, so to say in quotes, because these are funds that members pull together, and then they are able to borrow from the same source, meet expenses from the return, and the balance that remains, the surplus that remains, it still goes back to them in form of dividends and interest on deposits. So for us as SACCOs, we are not very much affected. However, there are instances where we had some products that were overpriced, and we are looking at how to bring them down. But again, we look at the sustainability of this, because these are rates we are saying they will be determined by the bank rates.
Maybe as we push this conversation forward, what is your view around how can we make housing affordable in the country? With currently we are seeing the mortgages that have been taken up across the country is at 20,000. What needs to be done to ensure more Kenyans can have access to mortgages?
Thanks, Abby. What needs to be done, I think, is more to do with the SACCOs. SACCOs are able to give out low-priced loans to be able to finance mortgages. And I'm saying this from the point that I pointed earlier, that SACCOs don't have to make those huge profits. They need to pull funds together and then encourage their members to concentrate on creating value, concentrating on coming up with products that can be able to help them come up with solutions that will give them an earning going forward and give them even a solid foundation upon which they can now develop themselves. Like if I can give in our case at Kimisitu SACCO, we have been able to partner with the building company.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be coming back shortly with another interesting conversation on nuclear energy. Many thanks there, Peter Kariuki, speaking to us regarding the property market.